Are you happy? Are you feeling good? I hope so. I know I am. You know what? I am back once again, my friends. Today we're going to talk about writing two-step equations from the words. Alright, so this is, you can see part 3 here. Today I put the word writing up there. Writing two-step equations. Just again, I'm going to go over these real fast. This is from back in part 1. Okay, so just real quick, the add words, okay, that we really need to know are sum, increase, and more than. You'll remember that from the first lesson. If you didn't watch it, hey, guess what? You're watching it now, aren't you? Alright, subtract words. This good subtract word is difference. Decrease. Less than. Alright, so there's some good subtract words. Let's go over here to some multiply words. Product, twice, double, stuff like that. Product is definitely a multiply word. Twice, double, anything like that. Okay, which of course means times 2. And then the old divide words. Quotient, each, per. Quotient, each, per. Like I said on the last time, per, you got to put a little star beside that, because sometimes per can be a divide word or it can be a multiply word. It just kind of depends on the version that gets used in the sentence. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be taking some of these little word phrases and translate them into an equation, and then we're going to solve that little equation. So let me cut that off. If you know the name of that song, of course you can email it to me later, and we'll play a little bit more of that here shortly. Alright, so let's just go through, and all I'm going to do is over the next 10 minutes or so, just take a few of these. I'm going to reword them to a little bit something different, and we'll work them out and see what we can come up with, because those are going to be the ones you're going to be working on. So let's do one like number 1. Let's say we got 10 less than 4 times the number less than 4 times the number is 30. Alright, so if we go through there, can y'all see all that? Let me slide it up in there a little bit better. Alright, 10 less than 4 times the number is 30. So, you know, I got less than, of course, you can see is under the subtract column. So that, of course, would mean I'm going to do a minus. 10 less than 4 times the number is 30. Now, again, the is part is the equal sign, so I know it's going to be equal to 30. The question is, can I write all this stuff right here in the right order and put it right? So 10 less than 4 times the number. Now, if you were going to tell me it was going to be 10 minus 4n, you'd be wrong, okay? Because it says 10 less than 4 times the number. So you got to be careful when it's got these ones that are subtraction in it. So it is actually 4 times the number. You'd write that as 4n, and then you got to do a minus 10. 4n minus 10. Okay, if you put 10 minus 4n, you're going to get it wrong. So 10 less. That is showing you 10 less than 4 times the number. Alright, so of course we'd add 10, and you add 10 over there. Them zero out, so of course if you got the train tracks going on, those cancel. That gives you 4n equals 40, and then you just divide by 4, and then you get n equals 40 divided by 4 is 10. Okay, so that's how that one would work. Alright. Now, 10 less than 4 times the number is 4n minus 10 equals 30. And then you solve it on down from there. Okay? Let's go to another one. Let's see. Let's go to 6 more than the product of 3 and the number is 6 more than the product of 3 and the number is, let's go, 40 and 2. Alright. Oh, let me slide it up there, sorry. Alright, 6 more than the product of 3 and the number is 40. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it negative 42. What do you say? Alright, let's make it negative 42. Alright, so first thing I look for there is my words, and the words I see there, I see more than, right there. More than is a plus word. Okay, it's up there at the top in the add words. And then I see the word product. Of course, that's a multiply word. I see my is right there. That's my equal sign. So how do you write 6 more than the product of 3 and a number. 6 more. So that means you're going to do plus 6 on something, right? 6 more than is going to be a plus 6. 6 more than the product of 3 and a number. How do you write 3 and a number? Well, that would be just 3n. Or you could use any variable. I'm just going to use n because n is the first letter in the word number. That's why I like using n. But you could use 3x or 3b or whatever. And we know it's going to set it equal to negative 42. Alright. Now, 3 times the number is 3n. We added 6 more to that because it says 6 more than that, so we put a little plus 6. We're going to solve her now. We're going to do minus 6 on both sides, minus 6. Hey, 6 minus 6, of course, there, that zeroes out. That's a 0 pair. I'm going to drop my little 3n down here. Now, what's negative 42 and negative 6 give me? Negative 42 and negative 6, hey, they got the same sign right there. When they've got the same sign, you're just going to add them little jokers together, and that's going to give you negative 48. Now I'm going to divide by 3, right? Because that's multiply. The inverse of multiply is divide. Going to divide by 3 there. 3 divided by 3, of course, is 1. What's negative 48 divided by 3? That's a negative divided by a positive. What's a negative divided by a positive? I'm hoping you're saying a negative divided by a positive is a negative. And 48 divided by 3, so that goes in there one time. That'll leave you with 18, so that'd be 6, and that would be negative 16. Okay? And since we probably made it to a point where we're getting ready to hit just a couple little more hard ones. Don't forget our words up here. Sum, increase, more than for add. Difference, decrease, less than for subtract. Product, twice, double, that kind of stuff. Multiply words. Quotient, each, and per, normally divide words. All right. Let's travel on up here and do a couple more. We'll try to keep it closer to 10-12 minutes today. All right, you ready? And numero 3, let's do one like this. 8 less than 3 times a number. How about, let's do 8 less than twice a number. Let's do that way. Twice a number. Let's just do something different. 8 less than twice a number is 44. Get all that on there? Okay. 8 less than twice a number is 44. Now again, look for those words, okay? Is, we know the is the equal sign. Twice, less than, less than. Let's go, if we look back over there, our list right there, less than, of course, is a subtract word. Twice a number, okay, that means 2 times n, okay? So twice a number is 2 times n, and we got to do 8 less than that. So I'm going to give you 3 seconds to see if you can write it before I do. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. All right, so twice the number is 2n. I'm going to do 8 less than that. That's minus 8 equals 44. I'm going to add 8 to both sides. Add 8 there. That is going to zero out. Then I'm just going to drop my little 2n down right there. 2n equals 44 plus 8 is 50 and 2. And then, of course, I divide it by 2 on both sides. And then 2 divided by 2 is 1. They cancel out. 52 divided by 2 is 26. So my n for that would be 26. So my number would be 26. Alright, that brings us down here to these little jokers. If you look at the very bottom of your assignment today, you're going to see some of these that are, you know, more like a real word problem, not just a little translating. So I'm going to do one of these with you. I'm going to do the one about Mary's sister right here. So if you've watched it all the way up here to the 9-minute mark, thank you very much for watching. Here's your bonus. Okay, I'm going to do number 13 with you right here about Mary's sister. Alright, so in this problem it says Mary's sister is 7 years older than Mary. Their combined ages add up to 35. How old is Mary? So we got Mary in this problem. And not only do we have Mary, we also have Mary's sister. Alright, it says their combined ages add up to 35. So we got to add up whatever that is, and we know it's going to add up to 35. So I need you to pay attention right here. Get your head out of the dirt and focus in on what we're doing. All right, so Mary's sister is 7 years older than Mary. Well, first question is, do we know how old Mary is? And we don't, so I'm going to put down M for her. Now, Mary's sister is 7 years older than Mary. So here's the key to the whole thing. You know Mary is M. Mary's sister is 7 years older than her. You've got to write M plus 7 for her. Don't just write down plus 7. you got to write down M plus 7. That's Mary's age plus 7. Another way to think about it is you got Mary and Mary's sister. So you got 2 people in this problem. So you got an M for Mary and another M for the sister. Alright, so let's combine our like terms here. If you remember, there's no number in front of either one of these, so you could put a 1 if you wanted to. So 1M plus 1M is 2M. Again, that's standing for the fact we got 2 people in this problem. Plus 7 equals 35. Alright, now, simple problem, right? Got to get rid of the 7 because that's the constant. What's 35 minus 7? That would be 28. And then, of course, you divide by 2. And, of course, that means that M is 14. Now, M is for which person? Well, if we look back up here, M was for Mary. So that means Mary is 14. So Mary's sister, of course, is 7 more than that. So 14 plus 7 means that the sister is 21. So Mary is 14 and Mary's sister is 21. Of course, if you add 14 and 21 together, guess what you get? 35, right? So there you go. So how old is Mary? Mary is 14. But if it asks you for the sister's age, you could also tell me the sister's age was 21. All right. Hey, I kept it under 12 minutes. I did pretty good. I'm pretty proud of myself. Hey, hope you're proud of yourself. Hope you know what you're doing here. Make sure you're knowing these words, right? Make sure you're learning all these words. Make sure you know which ones go where. We're getting ready to amp it up here. We're going to do some more writing of 2-step equations over the next couple of days, so make sure you can write them correctly. You got to get them in the right order, especially those subtract ones. Until later, hasta la vista, sayonara, au revoir, bye, peace.